All right, guys, let's get some NCAA basketball picks and props for Friday, March 15th, slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, I'm on a little bit of a roll here on the college basketball videos. Shout out to all the support here. I gave out Mississippi State -4.5 versus LSU, and gosh dang it, they dominated. Ended up winning by 10 points here. It was a no sweat bet. I did not have to worry about that play throughout this entirety of the game. Let's go Bulldogs.
Yeah, and I touched on the member side. This was my worst day betting of the entire channel's history. So sorry for the loss here. I gave out Seton Hall +4.5. I thought they'd be much more competitive, but St. John's, holy hell, they couldn't miss a shot in this game. So St. John's kept rolling. They've got a match with UConn. Hopefully they can win that game as well. I'd love to see the Johnnies dancing. So Trey, let's go to the player props for tomorrow. How have you start us off?
Yeah, 6-1 on the player props after a dud during the regular season. I'm turning it up as March Madness is coming on. That's what I love to see. I gave out David Jones over 20.5 points versus Wichita State. He scored 24 in this game. I had complete confidence he was going to show up here because that's simply what he does. He wakes up and sniffs the buckets.
Yeah, and I had Roddy Gale Jr. of Ohio State. Ohio State, big win. Gale Jr., he shot 7. He made 4, scored 10 points. Just didn't shoot enough. But Ohio State got it done. Let's go to the group play. We both gave out Ohio State to win this game, and Ohio State did win the game. They are advancing. Maybe I take them today as a play. I don't know. We'll see. Let's look at the group play for tomorrow, though, Trey. It's going to be some Big Ten basketball. Wisconsin going up against Northwestern. Wisconsin's -3.5, over under 137.5. Both of these teams, I think, are in. Northwestern's kind of on the bubble. But if they lose this game, I think they're going to be in. But what do you like in this game?
This game's going to be an interesting game to watch. I haven't been able to get a good read really on either of these two teams because they've been kind of up and down. Northwestern has probably been a little bit more consistent throughout this season, but Wisconsin, it's kind of hard to really know if they're a good team. As you guys can see, KenPom, they're ranked 18th, but are they really in the top 20 best college basketball teams in the country? I'm not so sure about that. I'm going to go with one of Bear's favorite players in Boo Buie here. I'm going to take him to show up here. I'm going to go with Northwestern +3.5. I have a lot of confidence in the smart people here in this game. Northwestern, they're a bunch of brainiacs, and I feel like they're going to show up here. And Wisconsin, they've already gotten a game in the Big Ten tournament. They absolutely obliterated Maryland by 31 points. So they're definitely coming to this game with some momentum. But if we look at Northwestern, they haven't played in almost a week. So they're coming to this game rested. And I feel like they're going to have a lot more fresh legs than Wisconsin here in this game. And I feel like they're going to be able to put up the points. And that's something that we have to worry about with this Northwestern team because their defense is what has been carrying them all season long. You guys can see they've been averaging under 70 points per game on the defensive end this season. So if their defense can show up, I have a lot of confidence in their offense being able to back them here in this game. So give me Northwestern. I'm going to take them +3.5 here in this game. I feel like it's going to be a bucket game either way.
Yeah, I like everything you said. I don't know how Wisconsin's 18th and Northwestern's 42nd looking at the stats above. I mean, they're basically the exact same team. Has to be like the turnover margin, assist-to-turnover ratio, stuff like that. But I talked about this earlier in the members' plays. Wisconsin's already played a game in the Big Ten tournament, in the conference tournament, and they made 16 threes in the first game in a new arena with a new rim. Northwestern, they might come out in this game a little bit slow in the first half. I think Wisconsin, they made 16 threes. I'm going to play the law of averages here, though. Wisconsin does not make that many threes. I'm going to take the points with Northwestern +3.5. This is going to be a great game. Northwestern's probably playing for a little bit more. I think if they lose this game, they're still going to get in, but I don't really think that coaching staff and those players want to bet on the committee giving them a gamble here to get a 13 or a 12 seed. They want to win this game against Wisconsin. They want to make sure they're in the tournament. So we're going to take Northwestern with the points. I think that's the better play there. We're both going to take Northwestern +3.5 as the play. Trey, let's go to our plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, this is not deja vu. I'm running it back with the Mississippi State game going up against Tennessee. I backed Mississippi State in yesterday's video, and they cashed for us pretty easily. And I'm very excited to watch this game. Will they do it again for me? Mississippi State going up against a tougher team in Tennessee? I'm not so sure. But the Bulldogs, they finished the regular season on a sour note, but they dominated LSU yesterday in the first conference tournament game. And this is actually going to be the first game in the conference tournament for Tennessee. So they might come this game a little bit rusty. Who knows? And I think that Mississippi State is going to continue that momentum coming in this game. Give me Mississippi State here. I'm going to take them +9.5. I love that we're getting all these points. This is just too many points because the Bulldogs, they have a very great team led by two dynamic players. Mississippi State, they're led by a true freshman in Josh Hubbard and a senior in Tolu Smith, and those two are going to carry us to the cover here. These two teams, they've already played once this year, and Mississippi State, they actually won that game by 5 points, and I expect a similar outing here in this one because outside of Dalton Connect for Tennessee, I'm not really scared of anybody else on that team. And I think that Mississippi State is just going to face guard him throughout this one and make him shoot a lot of tough shots. And if he goes off for 20, 30 points, well, then he's going to have two guys in his face to get there. And I feel like Dalton Knecht's going to have a tough game here. And I feel like that's going to lead us to a fantastic cover here because this Mississippi State, they're actually a very good team. They have a top 60 offense and a top 20 ranked defense, according to KenPom. If they can get off to a hot start in this one, I believe that they have a great chance to win this game straight up. So I'm just going to take the points and kick my feet up and relax and watch this game. I feel like Mississippi State's going to continue the momentum, maybe win the SEC tournament. Give me Mississippi State plus 9.5 going up against Tennessee.
Yeah, Trey, I do like to play there. We picked a bad time to record. We've got Boston College, Virginia in overtime. We've got Villanova Marquette, 1-possession game with 2 minutes left. We've got Georgia, Florida, 1-possession game. We've got Cincinnati, Baylor, 3-point game with 5 minutes left. We picked a bad time, Trey, but it is March. It is March. All these games are getting exciting down to the end. For my play today, we're going to be looking at Ohio State going up against Illinois. I'm taking the Ohio State Buckeyes to win this game outright in advance. The spread in this game, whenever I saw it first, it was 4.5, I believe, for Ohio State. The smart play would be to take the points here, but I really don't think you need the points in this game. And I want Ohio State to win personally. Forget about the money that we have in play. That winning this game would just be a bonus if we win the money. I want them to win this game outright. I think Jake Diebler's doing a really good job with this team, and I think he deserves a shot in the NCAA tournament. Illinois this season, they've been hit or miss as it gets. They can put up 80 points. They can put up 80-plus points on you very easily. They can put up 60 points and not be able to hit any of their shots. I honestly believe that Ohio State has been playing the best basketball of any Big Ten team in the conference over the last 2 weeks. And I think it's going to show in this game as they take down Illinois, something that we didn't touch on yesterday as well for these teams. Playing in the conference tournament, we did a little bit in the group play. Some of these teams might have a problem playing in the new arena or a problem with the depth perception. I saw a few teams really struggle from the line that typically don't struggle. Players that are shooting 85% from the free throw line, missing back-to-back, coming up extremely short in these bigger arenas. I think Ohio State has a massive advantage, especially the first half, already playing on this floor a full game. And they dominated the Hawkeyes, scoring 80-plus points in that game. It didn't look like Ohio State had any problem putting up points, and I don't think they're going to struggle to put up points in this game either. This is not the same Ohio State team that lost by 12 points at home to Illinois in late January. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Give me Ohio State on the money line to continue their dominant play, win this game, beat Illinois, and punch that ticket into the NCAA tournament. Ohio State on the money line as the play. Trey, let's go to the props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be going with Josh Hubbard here, and I'm going to be taking him to go over his points going up against Tennessee. I really love this over for Hubbard in this game. We're going to see him dominate in this one. I just talked about how I think that Mississippi State is going to win this game straight up. So I believe that Hubbard is going to be the one leading us to that win the game pick and in this player prop. And I believe that for a few reasons. The first reason is because Hubbard, he is on absolute fire right now, and nobody's looking for the fire extinguisher because over his last 6 games, Hubbard, he's averaging a massive 27.5 points per game. And I believe that he has a great chance to hit that average here in this one. That is because of his matchup versus Tennessee. Tennessee, they play at a pretty fast pace. And yes, that is great for their offense, but that puts their defense behind the 8 ball. And if we look at how Hubbard has played against Tennessee this season, it gives me a lot of confidence in this play because Hubbard, he played 1 game against the Volunteers this year, and he scored a massive 25 points in that game as well on 54% shooting. I would be shocked if the true freshman doesn't show up and put the team on his back here in this one. He's looking for his eyes on March. So give me Josh Hubbard to go over his points versus Tennessee.
Why is he looking at me like that, though, dude? What is that picture?
I know. I saw it, and I was like, that's the one.
What's he looking at me for like that? All right, I like to play there. For my player prop today, I'm going to be looking at Blake Hinson to go over his total points going up against the University of North Carolina. This was another thing that I was looking at, players that I've already played in this stadium, getting an extra game of reps on these new rims and new environment in their conference tournaments. Pittsburgh was able to beat Wake Forest yesterday, and they are going to need a massive run in order to make the NCAA tournament. So I do expect this to be a pretty competitive game against UNC. Blake Hinson is Pittsburgh's best player, and he has no problem at all playing in this new environment, scoring 20 points on 50% shooting. He made 4 of his 6 3-point shots in the last game against Wake Forest. The 3-ball has been really working for Blake Hinson over the last 3 games as well. He's made 14 3-point shots, and I think that's where he's going to kill North Carolina in this game. These teams have already met one time this year, and in that game, Blake Hinson, he only scored 11 points, but he had so many open opportunities from the outside. He was just unable to cash in on those. In the first game of this conference tournament, it looked like Blake Hinson was dialed in from deep at the Capital One Arena. I think he's going to have a ton of opportunities in this game to hit the 3-point shot as well. In the first game, back to North Carolina, he shot 11 threes in that game. He was only able to knock down 2. He shot 18% from deep. He's a much better 3-point shooter than that. He's going to knock down his open shots from deep in this game. He's going to go way over the total number. Pittsburgh might give North Carolina a run for the money. Give me Blake Hinson Go over his total points against the Tar Heels as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be running it back with Mississippi State here today. I'm going to be taking them plus 9.5 going up against Tennessee. If you guys are feeling frisky, you might as well bet the money line because, like I said, I have a great chance and a good feeling that they're going to win this game straight up. They have two dynamic players. Tennessee, they only got one, so if Mississippi State can shut them down, it's an easy dub. And I'm also going with Josh Hubbard over his points versus Tennessee. I just checked, still has not dropped. They're recording 10:45 p.m. Central Time and still hasn't dropped. Hopefully, it'll drop at 22.5-ish, and we'll just smash that.
Yeah, I'm going Ohio State money line against Illinois, 5:30 p.m. Central Time on the Big Ten Network. Going to lock in for that game. Ohio State's going to advance and go to the tournament. I've also got Blake Hinson over his total points. If you see a 3-point prop out there, might as well take the 3-point prop as well. I think he's going to dominate from the outside in that game. Guys, that's going to do it for the NCAA basketball plays and props for Friday, March 15th slate of games. But wait, we've got a live show tonight when you're watching this, 7 p.m. Central Time. We're going to do all the games, all the top 25 games, all the conference tournament games, and we're going to give away $50 to our members. So if you guys are on that member wheel, you got a $50 chance on Friday night. That's going to do it now for the NCAA basketball plays and props for Friday, March 15th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe down below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,